It is impossible to bring more money into your life when you are constantly saying you don't have enough. Simple as that, guys. If we don't learn how to control money, it will definitely learn to control us. Today, we're exploring specific words and phrases that can keep you in a scarcity mindset and provide an alternative language to help you shift that perspective towards abundance. You're listening to Priceless Tay, and we're here to combat financial literacy, ensuring young people financially thrive, not just survive. You already know the memo by now. I'm excited about today's episode, guys, because it's going to dive into how shifting from a broke mindset to a rich and abundant mindset can transform your financial future. We're going to explore the powerful impact of the language you use, and it can actually affect your success in life. We also get into practical steps to reprogram your mind for success. And finally, my personal favorite topic out of this entire episode, we're also going to talk about real life success stories of individuals who transformed their lives by changing their mindset. Please, please, please rate Priceless Tay wherever you're listening or watching the show. Listen, when you rate the show, it helps reach more people, which there is so many people out there who want to thrive, not just survive. So do your due diligence today. Help the community out around you by rating the show. Also, you can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Priceless Tay. And for the full recap and all the links mentioned in this episode, check out pricelesstay.com/10 for the show notes. All right, so many of us are walking around town with a broken record playing the same negative thoughts in our minds over and over and over again. Especially, I have definitely had this sometimes till this day. I catch myself in these mindsets. Instead of it being a catchy tune, it is the constant subconscious chatter that keeps many people feeling stuck financially. Phrases like, I can't afford it, I'm broke, money doesn't grow on trees are way too common, and they were way too common in my life growing up. I bet you've said some of these phrases yourself. I know I did when I was younger because my mom was the one who told me money doesn't grow on trees. And I said, ha, mom, no, actually it does. Let me explain why. And then this whole entire journey of Priceless Tay kind of bloomed, keeping with the tree analogy. Sometimes these beliefs still sneak up on me because as a child, I would always hear that from my parents. Money doesn't grow on trees, but in theory, it does. I will be explaining how switching my mindset from a poor mindset to an abundance mindset has changed the way I speak and think about money forever. Over the years as an entrepreneur, I have realized the language we use is extremely important because negative self-talk is like a cage. In today's episode, I want to show you how to stop attracting this negative energy and keep these damaging words out of your mind. Going out. You might be thinking, Taylor, this is some hippie bullshit. No, I've spent a lot of time around really wealthy people, and I can tell you that their choice of words is highly intentional. They're playing fucking chess here while all of us are playing checkers. Let me tell you, and their vocabulary really isn't negative. It's so strategic. So the choice is yours. Let's dive in. Summer is upon us, and it's about to be the best one yet. Why? Because this summer, you're feeling yourself and are ready to be a freak in the sheets. A freak in the sheets, Tay? Are you serious? I know you're absolutely dying to be a freak in the sheets this summer. And that's why I present to you Priceless Tay's budget template. Get down and dirty in the sheets. Go from broke to bougie. And take control of your money instead of it controlling you this summer. Go to pricelesstay.com/budget template to learn more. Check it out. We all have a running internal dialogue, that constant stream of thoughts and phrases we repeat to ourselves throughout the day. And whether we realize it or not, these specific words and language we use in this internal dialogue are shaping our mindset and our reality when it comes to money, abundance, opportunities. And I just get so passionate about this because this is like such a crazy topic that has literally transformed my entire life. So I want you to stay with me for the entire episode on this one. All right. So certain common phrases that we mindlessly repeat are actually programming us for scarcity and lack rather than prosperity. Let's take a look at 3 examples for these limiting abundance phrases that are pretty common. The first is, I can't afford that. All right, this phrase immediately shuts down any possibility of having or acquiring something, period. It's a statement of definite lack and limitation. Whenever you say, I can't afford it, you are affirming a poverty mindset and belief that you don't have enough. Another abundance blocking phrase is money doesn't grow on trees. This expression implies that money is scarce and limited, that it's something you have to struggle, strive, and fight for rather than allowing it to flow easily into your life. It sets up a mindset of lack around money. And finally, the third common one that I hear a lot is just generally passed around, I'm broke. This is definitely a surefire way to keep yourself stuck in that cycle of poverty and struggle. And when you declare yourself as broke, you identify and embody the state of having no money. You quite literally become the thing you say you are. It's like, this is so like, oh my God, I'm like thinking about myself way back in the day, like going through this as I'm going through it with you guys right now. And I'm like, damn, I wish I had this when I was younger. So anyway, those are 3 examples of common phrases that severely limit your ability to attract abundance and wealth. But here's the good news. You have the power to reprogram your mindset for prosperity simply by upgrading the words you use. And in this next segment, we're going to be exploring empowering alternative phrases to replace these extremely limiting, scarce ones. And before we get into that, I do want to share a little personal story about how my negative self-talk kept me stuck in a rut until I made one small little change, coming up right after the break. You just got an email in your inbox. OF. OF. Your girl or guy see that and gets upset with you, and they go into your phone and they see OF, Only Finance. Want to stay in the loop with us? Subscribe to our weekly newsletter by DMing us Only Finance. That's ONLY Finance on Instagram at Priceless Tay. Let's revolutionize your financial habits one Tuesday at a time. All right, I've been a full-time entrepreneur, content creator for years now, working for myself, speaking on national television, co-founding an app and a startup on the App Store, and more. I've accomplished so many things I once thought were most definitely impossible for somebody at least my age, given at the time I went on Good Morning America at just 20 years old for financial literacy. After that, I co-founded the startup at 22, 23 years old. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in finance at 20. I wholeheartedly believe this chain reaction started with a few changes I made to my daily language. So when I was younger, I believed that not everybody can make it. Society often forces us to think we must compete with others for raises, job opportunities, and new achievements. This mindset led me to think there wasn't enough room for everybody to be successful. And this belief held me back from striving for the big goals I had for myself. There's a quote from the book you might be aware of, You Are a Badass at Making Money, and this describes the situation perfectly. So when you constantly focus on what you lack, you create more lack. When you focus on what you desire, you create more abundance. If you're always thinking about not having enough money, your brain starts only noticing the financial problems and challenges around you. This negative focus can make it seem really hard to take opportunities and to honestly improve your situation. Studies show that constantly focusing on what you lack can create a self fulfilling prophecy where your actions and attitudes match your thoughts, keeping you stuck in the same place. On the flip side, when you focus on what you want and visualize achieving your goals, you develop a mindset of abundance. This positive focus boosts proactive behavior, creativity, and problem solving. So, for example, if you concentrate on building wealth, you're more likely to spot and grab financial opportunities, whether that's through investments, career growth, or new business ventures. And a cute little one here back in the day, even still till this day, I have a clear iPhone case. And anytime I would go to a restaurant that offered fortune cookies, and if I resonated with the fortune cookie, I would keep it and put that fortune behind my phone because my phone was at the time, it was something that I was looking at all the damn time. And one of the fortunes that I had in there, I had a few that called out, but relevant to this one was, and it was one of the first times that I've heard it, when opportunity knocks, answer the door. This goes into exactly what I was just saying there, and that if you're not prepared and if you're focused on a door that's shut when there's a door wide open right over there, you are going to be missing out on these opportunities to grow your investments, your career, these business ventures. All right, next, let's dive into a common misconception that I hear often, that more is always better. Stay tuned after the break. Feeling stuck with your finances, life, or literally just everything in general? I've got just the thing to help you hit the reset button on your financial journey. Introducing our free guide, Fix Your Finances in 7 Days. This guide is designed to get you unstuck with practical steps to get you back on track and feeling empowered in just 7 days. Go to pricelesstay.com/financial makeover or DM us Money Guide, all caps Money Guide, no spaces, on Instagram at pricelesstay to grab your financial makeover guide. Download it now and start transforming your financial future today. Do you believe more is always better? This is something I used to struggle with at the start of my career, and it's still easy to get caught up in this trap. As an entrepreneur, I naturally set really high goals for myself and my team and have this constant drive to achieve more and make more. But I've learned that equating more with better is definitely a flawed mindset. If you think this way, you'll never find time to truly be content. It's easy to fall into this mindset of I'll be happy when ... You might think, once I get that new car, I'll be happy, or once I achieve this goal, I'll feel better. And oh my God, I was there so in 2020, I was there so badly. This mindset keeps you on this perpetual hamster wheel, always chasing the next big thing. It's extremely addictive, especially for those with addictive personalities. And no matter how much you achieve or acquire, it never feels like enough. I've realized that this constant chase can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction, and it will slap you in the face so freaking hard. Instead of always seeking more, I've started to focus on personal growth and enjoying the journey. This shift means that something sometimes might reach my goals a bit later, but it's definitely worth it if it means maintaining my self-worth and overall well-being, aka not sacrificing my health for some wealth. Here are some steps I use to shift my mindset away from equating more with better. All right, I began setting goals that focused on personal growth and well-being, not just financial achievements. For instance, aiming to improve a skill or adopt a healthier lifestyle alongside my business objectives. I also made it a regular habit to take time to practice gratitude and appreciate what I already had. There's this journal that I have that I go in and out of using. Sometimes I write it down, sometimes I don't, quite honestly. But this practice has helped me feel much more content and less focused on what I did lack. I started finding joy in the journey rather than just the destination. Ooh! I celebrated small milestones and appreciated the steps I took towards my goals. I reduced the time spent comparing myself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. That's a key phrase here. Instead, I focused on my own progress and achievements, which helped diminish feelings of inadequacy. And one thing that I like to note here as well too, keep your I'm that bitch note list, note list, whatever you want to call it, in your notes app. These could be like accomplishments, things that you're proud of that you can reflect to at any point in time and be like, damn, I'm that bitch. I did that shit. I forget sometimes all the shit that I did, and just having that there, I'm like, wow, this is all the stuff that I've done. That's crazy. And it can even be like not just career focused, like places that you've seen, concerts that you've been to, things that just had happened that you're like, fuck, that was me and that was really awesome and I'm proud of myself for doing that. Keep that in your notes. It's so cool. All right. I ensured to make time for rest and relaxation. This helped prevent burnout and allowed me to appreciate my accomplishments a lot more. And for this one, I came across many years ago. It was either another podcast or video, and somebody made the analogy of the human person being like a plane or like a NASCAR driver. Like in NASCAR, you go around and around really fast, but then you have to make a pit stop. Otherwise, you're definitely not going to win. You need that tune-up. You need things going on. And then I took that analogy and related it to like a plane. In order to have a successful takeoff and landing, you need to refuel, have that replenishment. You take off, you soar, you fly, you get back down, you have that refuel again. And it's kind of like this wave, if you can imagine, that helps you prevent this burnout. Let's say you're working toward a significant career milestone. Instead of pushing yourself relentlessly, set smaller incremental goals that allow you to celebrate along the way and get that little refuel to take that successful next flight. Perhaps you aim to learn a new skill that will help you in your career progression. This way you're growing personally while still moving towards your big goal. Equating more with better is a common trap, especially in a society that values constant achievement. But it's crucial to find balance and focus on personal growth and well-being. By doing so, you can enjoy the journey and not compromise your self-worth for your net worth. Hear that. Not compromise your self-worth for your net worth. Remember, success isn't just about reaching the destination, but it's also about appreciating the path to help you get there. Next, I'm going to be sharing a crucial phrase you need to eliminate from your everyday vocabulary if you truly want to embrace an abundance mindset. People who are successful in life look at new opportunities that come their way and say, how can I make this happen? How can I make this work? If you want to kind of put it to like our kind of saying these days, it's like, if he wanted to, he would. Simple as that. I want you to remove the word can't from your vocabulary. Something I now live by is this. If you believe you can't, then you probably cannot. If you believe you can at a subconscious level, you will put yourself into situations to succeed. So if you grew up hearing things like you suck at saving money or we can't afford that, these statements create deep money scripts within your subconscious. Believe it or not, these scripts shape your beliefs and behaviors around money, often holding you back from financial success. Think back to your childhood. How did your parents talk about money? You might not realize it, but the things you learned and heard about money as a child are influencing you today, whether you're aware of it or not. These early experiences shape your subconscious beliefs and behaviors around finances. But here's the good news. You can rewrite those money scripts, babies. The first step in reprogramming your financial mindset is becoming aware of that negative self-talk and challenge those limiting beliefs. By listening just to this episode, you're already on your way there. Shout out Priceless Pack. For instance, instead of saying, I'm terrible with money, try saying, I'm learning to manage my money better every single day. I want to share a powerful story with you here. Walt Disney's story is extremely remarkable in the shift of how his mindset led to extraordinary achievements. Early in his career, Disney faced numerous obstacles and setbacks that could have easily deterred him from pursuing his dreams and creating Disney what we know today. Walt Disney's journey to success was far from smooth. So in his early 20s, Disney worked at a newspaper where he was famously fired for lacking imagination and having no good ideas. This dismissal could have shattered his confidence, but instead, it ignited this determination within him to prove his worth. He moved to Hollywood. He started his first company, which eventually did go bankrupt. But this failure left Disney penniless and struggling to make ends meet. And despite these early setbacks, Disney still refused to give up. He moved to California and, with the help of his brother Roy, started a new studio. It was here that Disney began to revolutionize the animation industry. He created Mickey Mouse, a character I think that we all know that initially struggled to find a distributor. Walt Disney's career continued to be marked by challenges. It goes on and on. Like, guys, this is freaking crazy. So in 1937, he took a significant financial risk by producing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the world's first full-length animated feature film. Many in the industry doubted it would succeed. However, the film was a massive hit, proving the naysayers wrong and establishing Disney as a pioneer in animation. Disney's visionary mindset didn't stop at animated films. He dreamed of creating a theme park unlike any other, a place where families could experience magic and wonder as we know it. Despite facing skepticism and financial difficulties, Disneyland opened in 1955 and became an immediate success. Disney's ability to see beyond the obstacles and focus on his vision was crucial in turning this dream into reality. Disney's legacy is a testament to the power of changing one's mindset from I can't to I can. His journey illustrates that setbacks and failures are not endpoints, but opportunities for growth and new beginnings. Let's get back how this all relates to your financial situations if you feel like we kind of gotten off track. So instead of saying, I can't afford it, try asking yourself, how can I afford it? Or declaring, I choose to save at this moment. This subtle shift opens your mind to finding solutions instead of accepting limitations. You go from a mindset of lack to one of conscious choice and empowerment around your finances. Rather than repeating the scarcity mantra, money doesn't grow on trees, affirm the abundant mindset by saying, lots of money comes to me easily and frequently. And finally, instead of identifying as broke, reframe it by stating, I'm a great saver and I do my best every single day. This empowers you to see yourself as somebody skilled at managing their money effectively, making the most of what you have rather than lacking it completely. Do you feel kind of the uplifting shift in those alternative phrases? Because I most definitely do. Like, you see the smile on my face when I'm like, yeah, let's go. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, but a powerful creator consciously shaping your financial reality through the language you use. You're part of the Priceless Pack, babe. Your mindset goes from one lack and struggle to ease, abundance, and empowerment. By upgrading the words you choose, you literally reprogram your unconscious mind to attract wealth and prosperity. It's not just fluff or positive thinking. The language you use shapes your cognitive associations and directs your focus. Let's sink this in. You now have 3 powerful alternative phrases to replace the big abundance blockers. Start using them today and begin shifting your mindset. By consciously replacing limiting beliefs and phrases with empowering alternative ones, you can reprogram your unconscious mind to expect and allow abundance in your life. For example, when you ask, "How can I afford it?" instead of saying, "I can't afford it," your mind is prompted to look for solutions and possibilities rather than accepting limitation. When you declare, "I'm broke," you identify and reinforce the state of having no money. However, by stating, "I am a great saver doing my best every single day," you align yourself with positive financial habits and an empowered approach to managing your resources skillfully. You affirm your ability to work with what you have in an effective way. Beyond the major phrases we covered so far, there are some little sprinkles or key additional words to avoid and embrace in order to fully shift into that abundance mindset. Let's dive into a few more. It's too expensive. Similar to "I can't afford it," saying something is too expensive is an immediate shutdown. It doesn't leave any room for finding a solution or way to have what you want, and it just accepts that lack of limitation. Rather than "I don't have that money," affirm "money is out there. I just don't have it yet." This helps you expect and allow money to flow into your life. When there's a will, there's a way, okay? And most importantly, remove words like hate, should, never, and shame from your vocabulary altogether. Purge them. Do not give them any energy at all. This is a very strong negative emotion that we want to avoid as much as possible when cultivating this abundance mindset into our reality. You are literally programming your unconscious mind for wealth and success through the language you choose or not use. When lack, limitation, and negativity no longer have a voice through your words, abundance has an open channel to flow freely into your life. So be vigilant about your language. Listen for these negative words that still may be lingering in your everyday language. We looked at empowering alternatives like "How can I afford it?" "Lots of money comes to me easily and frequently," and "I am a great saver doing my best every day." So from this moment on, promise me, commit to monitoring your language vigilantly, all right? Upgrade any poverty words or phrases to empowering, wealthy replacements. Unleash your full abundance potential by taking control of the words that you speak. Thanks for listening to Priceless Tay. Be sure to like, subscribe, and give us a review wherever you listen to this podcast. And share this with a girly, broski, or a homie. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Priceless Tay. If you'd like to ask us about your personal finances, whether that's diving deep into the sheets or advice on a money story, leave us a voice memo. contact@pricelesstay.com or go to pricelesstay.com/ask-pricelesstay. Please rate Priceless Tay wherever you listen to the show. Listen, when you rate the show, it helps reach more people, which there's a lot of people who want to thrive and not just survive. So help the community around you by reading the show.